Everyone is super excited that EVERGLOW is coming back, but there's one thing that Mia isn't excited about. Of course, fans are celebrating the announcement that EVERGLOW is finally coming back in August after over a year and a half. One thing that signaled this announcement was coming was Mia's completely new hairstyle that definitely garnered different reactions. However, by far the most important reaction is Mia's herself, who actually answered a fan wondering what she thought about it, and Mia didn't seem too fond of it, saying she was also surprised, confused, and upset at first, revealing it wasn't her choice, and it wasn't even her hairstylist's choice either. If this was indeed the company forcing this on Mia, hopefully she doesn't get in trouble for expressing her honest thoughts about it, but it looks like whoever's threatening ZEROBASEONE could be facing consequences. Previously, I briefly mentioned a few threats that we were waiting for some kind of official response to before discussing. Well, that is the case with ZEROBASEONE. One threat is trying to gather people who live in LA in order to harm ZHANG specifically, presumably while they're in the States for KCON LA. The other one seems to be someone threatening HANBIN's life, saying they will hide something in their jacket to do so at ZEROBASEONE's fan sign. This has gotten to the point where WAKEONE has issued a statement writing they saw the threats, have filed criminal complaints against those who posted them, and will be taking legal action. We've seen what could happen if threats aren't at least made aware of just this week. Jackson was recently in Thailand for an event, and while he was taking time to greet fans on his way out of the venue, a woman was able to make her way to Jackson, grabbed him from behind and from the front, looked like she was trying to rub something on his chest, and pulled him down from the car. As you can see, security eventually pulled her away and escorted her out, while Jackson stood there extremely confused, trying to figure out what happened. There's a bunch of angles of this incident that went around. Some people who were there speculate she may have not been a fan based on the way she was acting prior and might have had malicious intent. Unfortunately, all of that was said to happen in front of his parents, who were also there. Luckily, Jackson posted a short video while in the car a little later, assuring everything's okay. Now, the next thing we're gonna talk about is because it was posted by MNET themselves. M Countdown recently posted pictures featuring the debuting subunit of MONSTA X's SHOWNU and HYUNGWON in the waiting room. Well, fans noticed that in one of the photos, it seems like SHOWNU may be holding an e-cigarette. Now, he wasn't receiving backlash or anything like that, as fans know he's an adult making his own decisions. The confusion was how this was uploaded in the first place without someone at MNET realizing. Eventually, those photos were taken down and replaced with different ones. The final pieces of more serious news are unfortunately more hiatuses and departures. After temporarily halting his activities back in January, Woollim Entertainment has announced that Alex will now be parting ways with DRIPPIN and the company after a long discussion which also involved his parents. DRIPPIN will now go on as a 6-member group. YG also announced that Treasure's HARUTO will be taking a temporary break due to his grandfather falling ill. This means he won't be participating in Treasure's current comeback. However, of course, we have positive things to celebrate in K-pop as well. We have a bunch, so you guys are gonna love it. Of course, while we're already talking about Treasure's recent comeback, here's all the other new music since the last video, including ITZY's pre-release, XIKERS pre-release, Oh My Girl's comeback, From His 9 Jiwon's solo track, Saturday's comeback after over 2 years, and of course the previously mentioned debut of MONSTA X's first subunit. And speaking of MONSTA X, JOOHEON has now officially become their 3rd member to enlist in the military. Obviously, fans are gonna miss him and miss seeing him MC M Countdown alongside idols Miyeon, but someone fans won't miss one bit is SOJANG, who we recently talked about because they claim to have been hacked and deleted after all the false rumors they knowingly spread. Well, it turns out STARSHIP was the catalyst for that, as they revealed that after a court order, they were the ones who were able to retrieve her personal information from Google headquarters. It was then that SOJANG deleted her account herself and then apologized to Won for the mental suffering she caused to her and other celebrities. Someone we did want to see again soon was NCT's HAECHAN, who has now returned to activities from his injuries, just in time for NCT Dream's new album to achieve the 3rd highest first-week sales in history, along with Stray Kids and 17. Of course, if we're talking about records, you know NEWJEANS is gonna be brought up, already achieving the 2nd highest first-week sales of any girl group with over 1.6 million sales. Congrats to Thunder and Mimi, who recently revealed their 4-year relationship to the public because Thunder has now proposed and they are officially engaged. Last time we talked about Ryan Gosling offering BTS's Jimin Ken's guitar from the Barbie movie, saying that Jimin wore this particular outfit first and better, and it now looks like Jimin has actually received the guitar. Definitely a big deal for him, as a huge fan of Gosling Gosling's film The Notebook. And speaking of BTS, congrats to Jungkook debuting at #1 on the Hot 100, only the second Korean solo to do so, along with fellow member Jimin. Jungkook responded to this monumental achievement by saying "Let's go higher," and he also unfortunately confirmed that he was watching M Countdown live when this happened to his trophy.